I'll wait for a couple of you guys to pop on. I'm just going to pop on my cream. I'll wait for you guys to hop on. I know it's been a while since I've been on. I will be doing a longer form content video, just where I've been, things like that. Let me know when you're on, guys, because where the camera is, the light is, I cannot see who's on. Hi, Kaya, can you hear me? I can't see who's on, so I know I'm looking a bit crazy, but can you hear me? Let me know if you're there. I know it's been a while. If you can hear me, let me know, because I've had so much issues with the camera. Oh, good, good. How have you been? How's school? I know I'm looking a little bit crazy at the minute. How's your school been, and how's life been with you? It's just, oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy for me at the minute. I'm glad school is good. This is just the Maybelline, guys, the Poreless Jelly Primer. I'm going to use that. Haven't been using that for a while. So we're just going to, there we go. Oh yeah, I haven't been very well, so I'm trying to get on as much as I can, but it's not been very often. But yes, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty today, Mediums palette. I can see that my skin and everything isn't looking great, but I've been taking care of it. It's just not very good. But let me know how everything's been going with you. One of your friends says that your music is bad, but you don't care. Do you mean you're like your own music? Are you writing songs? Or just like your taste in music? Is it more like that? You shouldn't, yeah, if somebody doesn't like the same things as you do, well then, exactly, you don't have to put much thought into that. But are you writing your own songs? Is that what you mean? Okay, so this is, guys, I was about to go on and not tell you what it is. Sorry, this is the Rimmel Kind and Free Glow It Up. Just your taste. Well, then that's not very fair of them, is it? You know, everybody has different taste. What kind of things do they like? Is it completely different to what you like? I have that sometimes as well with certain people, but not that we would fall out over it or anything. But yeah, what kind of things do you like? What kind of music? Okay, so I'm just going to pop that around the face. So again, they do have Blur It Out, and this is called Glow It Up. So Blur It Out is if you have really kind of big pores and you want those pores to kind of be calmed down. Glow It Up is if you have really dry skin, like me, and you want to kind of make it more hydrated. So that's what that is. I'm just going to get my foundation brush. What kind of music do you like, Kaya? So we're just going to, if we need to go in again, we will, because don't forget, this is a skin tint, so it's not going to be as heavy. But let me know, guys, where you are, or if you're watching, because where the camera is, I cannot see who's on. So you can see kind of the difference it makes, guys. It kind of just tones out. Now, I've done my eyebrows today, so you can see that they've got waxed there. But that's why it's a bit red. But you can see, guys, how a color corrects everything. You like Billie Eilish? So do I. That's not sad. I love Billie Eilish. Didn't she win at the Grammys this year? Aisha, what? This is, what skin tint is this? This is the Rimmel Kind and Free. It's Glow It Up, so it's for like dry skin. It's like a skin tint, but I am going to put a little bit more on because I think where my skin is a little bit dehydrated, it's looking a bit we'll get there in the end, guys. My skin is not doing too well right now, but yeah. Hello, ma'am. How are you? I'm good, thank you. As always, a bit scared of you. God, I'd hate for somebody to be scared of me. You give off teacher-student vibes. Okay. Yeah, she did win a Grammy. I thought she did. Yeah, I knew she did. I wouldn't think why people would kind of not like that kind of taste. So again, this is what it looks like. It's got a little kind of tube where you can just control how much comes out. Yeah, Wildflower is a really nice song. I love that song. We are going to put colour into my face, guys, because I know I look super, super pale. I've not been very well, is the usual thing, but I am going to be doing a longer form content video, just kind of going through stuff with you. But yeah, I love Billie Eilish. I wonder why they would kind of, did you kind of fall out with them over it? Hopefully it's not that serious, Kaya. Because that's quite, Billie Eilish is very popular. I'm very surprised. But last year she did not, and that was so sad. Do you mean she didn't win the Grammys? Did you watch the Super Bowl this year? It was crazy. Okay, so that's kind of, again, don't forget, guys, this is a skin tint. I'll just show you, if you have skin like me, sorry guys, if you have skin like me and you want a little bit more heavier coverage, go for something like the Revolution Skin Silk, because that is actually a serum in foundation, lots of skincare in that. And it's got hyaluronic acid, so something like that is much heavier, but it still has that kind of nice kind of glow. But yeah, I might do a little bit more, but we're going to go in with concealer anyway, so that's fine. You did not. No, you didn't see the Hi Ebony, how are you? I only watched it for the halftime show. I only watched it for who was singing and things like that. I didn't actually watch the game. You'll see I start to come alive once this is on. Yeah. So I'm just going to warm that into the skin really quick, guys. I'm really dehydrated, I think, so that's why my skin always shows it. It's always the first place to show. But yeah. I got a letter from the hospital, guys, as well. You know, I've been waiting, and they want to do a sleep study, which means that I have to go in to the John Radcliffe for 5 days, and like they hook me up to monitors, and then they just basically observe what happens over the next 5 days. And any medication I'm on, anything like that, they're going to just completely take me off, and they just basically want to see basically what happens, you know. So it's going to be a slow kind of process, but I have to stay there for 5 days and 5 nights. It's going to be, no one's allowed to visit, I don't think, because of where it is in the hospital. So that's on the 27th of April. So, and then they want to see kind of what's going on, basically. But I haven't slept in a hospital before, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I don't get why people say Bad Bunny should not have performed. I think it was people that were Trump supporters. And the only reason I say that is that I think it's because he was speaking a different language and because he was kind of bringing all these kind of international people in, yet he's still born in America. And people that are really kind of Trump supporters or very kind of MAGA, Make America Great Again, are very much, if you're American, you're an American. And I think that's where it comes from, that kind of way of thinking. I think it might be wrong. I might be completely wrong, but it was very like people were saying, "Oh, he spoke so many different languages. We couldn't, you know." But that's just kind of, you know, he was still born in America. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but that's kind of what I got from it. This is Rimmel, and it's by no means new. This is the multitasker better than filters. But I didn't watch the whole thing, Kai. I didn't really watch. I maybe watched 10 minutes of it. But yeah. This is it, better than filters. It's a primer, a highlighter, and a glow booster. And so I'm definitely going to use it for a glow booster purposes today. But yeah. You've got Easter. The next holiday for school, I'd say, is Easter, Kaya, is it? That'll be the next holiday. So I'm just dotting this in, guys. You can see it just gives a little bit of a glow to the skin. Mine is in fair. I probably could have got away with medium, but this is fair. Okay. Definitely seeing a little bit of a glow now. Okay. And what I might do before we go in is a little more of a concealer on the chin, and then we're just going to go in with the Stay Matte. And this is 001 Transparent, and it's the powder, just the setting powder, basically. But yes, I'm sorry that I haven't been on in a while, guys. I will do a longer form content video. It's just been a bit chaotic at the moment with life and family and things like that, as it can be with most people, but just all kind of happened at once at the moment. So, yeah. And then with my health and everything, it doesn't really, I don't want to come on either, guys, when I'm not feeling 100% because I feel like that's not fair to you guys if you can tell, and it wouldn't be nice to come on alive, when I'm feeling that way. Okay, so that's kind of looking a bit better. What we're going to do is just pop on that setting powder as well. It's transparent, so it's not going to take any color away. We're just gonna, oh guys, I'm out of breath even doing this, and that's not being unfit, that's just how I'm feeling at the minute. Earlier on I was kind of seeing double of everything, so that wasn't good. But yeah, I just got done with my book and it was 272 sides. Wow. What did you read? What was it? I really hope you're okay. I'm not at the minute, I won't lie, I'm not really. I do have a couple, well, I do have a long-term illness that I won't kind of go into too much on here, but it affects me every day. And over here, to get any kind of assistance from the government, you have to meet a certain criteria. And I think I just don't make that criteria. However, if I overwork or I work like everybody else, I start to fall into that criteria. But then when I'm better, I come out of it. And the criteria is that you can't do certain things for yourself. So say you can't, I mean, I can now, but say if I was really ill and I worked, say, 4 days in a row or 5 days in a row, maybe I wouldn't have the energy to shower. Not that I can't, but I wouldn't have the energy, or I might not have the energy like maybe a healthier person would have. But then if I rest, I can. So I don't quite ever get to the point where I can get assistance, but obviously it's just like a turning wheel. I then work and then I get ill again, and it's kind of just like a circle, a vicious circle that goes around basically. So yeah, it doesn't help your your mental health, but um, yeah, but I'll get there. It's Warrior Cats, the first one. Oh wow, yeah, I've heard of that. Nice. I'm into reading too. I'm looking for something to read actually. Okay, so we've kind of set it there. You can definitely see I've got my brows done today. It still hasn't calmed down. I actually got a hybrid brow done, so it's like a henna brow. So it'll stay for like 8 weeks, and then um yeah, it'll stay for 6 weeks. So we'll see how it goes, guys. So I won't be doing my brows today because I got like it's called a hybrid brow, but I think it's just henna, like that henna tattoo stuff. As far as I know, it didn't take long to do. Okay. Hi Tassos, how are you? Me, that seems to be my life, doesn't it, Tassos? Oh my goodness. Yes, I was just saying to Kaya, I don't really qualify, and I say government assistance because I think anybody looking from the States will understand what I say in that, or maybe Canada, or over here, there's various names for it, but I don't kind of meet the criteria until I get really ill. But then when I get really ill, I have to try and get better, which then means I can work, but then it makes me really ill. So it's kind of going around. And I did get a letter that I'm going to go into hospital for 5 days, and they're just going to hook me up, and I have to stay there for a week, and they're going to observe what happens to me and take me off all the medication that they've put me on just to see how my body reacts. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be 5 days of doing nothing. I don't know. Um, yeah, Kaya and Tassos, it's been a while since you guys were able to speak to each other. So that'll be good. Okay, so we're going to go in with bronzer, guys. Now I'm reading Radio Silence. It's 401, I think. Oh, wow. You take paracetamol like peanuts. I try not to, but yes, I do. I won't lie. Yeah, I do. Aries. Hi, Aries. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen anybody really because I haven't been on. Um, I do appreciate you all, guys. And I'm sorry I haven't been on. And part of my day during the week, I always say I can't wait to go live. I can't wait to help, or not to help, to talk to everyone tonight. And then when I can't go on, it does make me feel a bit sad, because it's what I do lives for a reason. So yeah, sorry, I'm just putting this on and not telling you what it is. Sorry. This is the Rimmel, the multitasker, and it can be a bronzer, a highlighter, not a highlighter, sorry, a bronzer, a contour, or a sculpting stick. So it's been out for a while. It's been out for a while. Um, Tessos, we need to help you somehow. Thank you. Yeah. Aries, you couldn't find my live stream. Oh, did you get a notification? Sometimes if you hit the notification bell, it will show you. It will tell you I'm live. Yeah, so it's just like the symptoms, I think, are the worst part to get through because it's like feeling dizzy, seeing double, my legs are getting numb going under me, so that means you're falling. Um, the dizziness is crazy, and kind of makes me kind of feel a little bit dizzy itself when you do feel kind of like it's like when you stand up and you get that head rush. It's that feeling constantly, so yeah, it's just not good. It's not really good. So this 5 days, they're going to observe me, take all the medication they've ever put me on, just stop it completely, um, and then see what happens basically and monitor me. I cannot find the notification bell. If you go to my channel and if you've already subscribed, if you hit the little bell icon, it will notify you every time I'm live or every time I put on a video, anything like that. It will notify you. It should do anyway, and if not, I can always do like a screen grab after this, and then you can see. Kaya, to be honest, I was just waiting for the live stream. I know a lot of people can't look at the videos or don't have time for the videos, and I was actually last February, Kaya, I was asked by, is it Emma, and she comes on when she can, to start doing live streams, and actually it's been really good chatting to you guys. So I've been doing it since last February, but up to that point, I was just doing the videos, the uploading makeup tutorials and things like that. But I am going to do a longer form content video. I wanted 2026, guys, to be my year. It's I'm determined. I wanted it to be, I'm well and I travel and I see family and friends, and it's all about new experiences. So yeah, I'm hoping I get kind of control of whatever this is going on in my body, because I get really jealous of, not that they're ill, I get jealous of people that have been approved for, say, assistance, only because I would love to have control of my day. So when I'm in work, I don't have control of my day. I'm looking after other people, which again isn't amazing. I'm looking after other people. I'm putting kind of how I feel aside. I have to ignore symptoms sometimes because I have to get on with my day. And I don't have control of, okay, I'm going to wake up at this time. I'm going to have a healthy lunch at this time. Then we're going to do this. I can't do that. It's not structured. So hopefully this hospital stay will show what's going on basically. But yeah, we'll just stay positive, I think. But yeah, Aries, you did it. Okay, great. Yeah, so you'll see it. Usually I go up Sunday, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But obviously you can probably see from my page that I haven't been doing the lives regularly as I want to. But yeah, I'm going to keep on doing it. So that's the bronzer, guys. You can see there. I am going to kind of set that bronzer with another Huda Beauty. This is the Tan Light, and it's the Huda Beauty Glow Wish bronzer. So yeah, they've folded a few times, Tassos, just kind of randomly as well. So there's not like any kind of warning that you get, which is quite annoying because you could be in work, you could be out, walking, you could be at home, which is probably the better time, but it's not anything that kind of will tell you what's going to happen. You don't get a warning or anything. So yeah, it's I think the stay, even though it's going to be daunting and I'm not 100% looking forward to it, is probably going to be, sorry guys, I thought I saw something there. Probably going to be for the best, really. Yeah. Okay. So this is Tan Light 03 from Huda Beauty. You can see it's got that marble effect, a little bit like the Laura Geller makeup. It's like a baked formula, so that's quite nice. So we're just going to pop that around, and even though it looks quite strong, you can blend that out. I know it looks really strong at the minute, but you can buff that out. I was about to say fluff that out. Fluff that out. Buff that out. Gosh, guys, yeah, buff that out with a bigger brush. Okay. Regardless of that, you look great. I didn't at the beginning, but thank you. I certainly didn't at the beginning. Thank you. Wait, this year I'm going to be a teen. That's weird. Wow. Are you going to have a party? You have to. That's one of them to mark. Definitely. Definitely mark that, Kaya, with a party. You have to. 13. Wow. That's like definitely kind of one to celebrate for sure. So that's kind of the bronzer. We've done kind of the base of the foundation. I'm going to show you a blush now from She Glam, and She Glam is from Sheen, and it's the She Glam side is sorry, I got distracted with YouTuber sending me questions to ask you guys, and it says, "Are you a morning person? Yes or no?" For me, it would be a no, but that's just me. Um, Aries, when did you start your channel? Probably 2012, I think, 2013 maybe. Kaya, stay off cigarettes and vaping. I haven't ever even touched one. I just never, my friends did, but I was lucky that I was in a group that weren't really pressuring or anything like that. But never. I never did. I never would. I don't know why. I can't. I can't. Um, Kaya, I know I said to my mom I won't vape. That's good. Tassos, are you a morning or a night person? Night. I don't know why. Nighttime, I find that I'm wide awake, but morning, no. No, I'm not a morning person. Absolutely not. I wish I was. I've got friends that get up at like 7 and, by 12 they've done so many things. No, that's not me. I need my coffee. I need silence. I need to wake up. Yeah, not me at all. Okay, so I'm just going to take, this is in baby cake or baby pink or some birthday cake. That's what it's called, birthday cake. And I'm just going to warm it up. I am going to go back in with a brush, guys, but I am just, yeah, I think it was 2014, something like that. Yeah, it's quite a while ago. Um, Good answer, Tassos. uh, I think, yeah, I'm not good in the morning. No. So this is it. I'm going to swatch it for you guys. So this is the She Glam birthday cake, and that's what it comes like. And then I'll just show you I'll just swatch it just in case you didn't see. That's it there. Really nice, guys. Very kind of nice and natural looking. So we're going to double that up with the Rimmel Wildcard. And Rimmel Wildcard, I think, is a perfect match for this. So if I just show you side by side, it just kind of sets everything. Not yeah, that's what it looks. Maxi Blush Wildcard. It's available on Amazon, Target, most places do it. And this is what it looks like. So you can see it's a really good color match as well. So we're just going to get the blush brush. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, if you guys are morning or night people, but there's something unnatural about having to get up when it's still dark. I don't like that. That's why winter is such a struggle for me. When you have to get up early and it's still dark. Yeah, I can't do that. Settings is coming up, notification. Sorry, guys. This happens sometimes. Okay, no, okay. So that's what it looks like, guys. And I will swatch that. And let's just pop it here just so you can see how similar they are. So, let's get the, but let me know how you guys have been doing, since I last spoke to you all. I don't know is the internet not working? What's going on? Okay. Are you guys having problems? Okay, so we're just going to pop that over, and if we need to, we will go over it with a bigger brush. You can see the shimmer there, guys. So what we're going to do is go in with my bigger brush and just buff that out a little bit, just so it kind of, yeah, that kind of didn't go the way I wanted it to go, but hey, we're going to have to just work with it. You're good. That's good. I thought there might have been an issue with the internet or something. Okay, so that's kind of the face kind of done, kind of the base, the foundation, things like that, the concealer. I was going to use this highlight, but I'm not really a fan of it. I thought I'd really like it, but I'll show you and I'll swatch it for you. It's not new in any way. I got it as a repurchase a long time ago, but I haven't actually even touched it, guys. I just don't like the formula. I think I used it once or twice. I just think the color isn't the wrong one. Um, Revolution highlighter reloaded in just my type. I think I should have got a lighter one, guys. If I show you, this is probably for darker skin. And if I just show you there, that's what it looks like. And if I just don't think it works. It almost comes out pinkish. So I don't know. I've tried it as a highlighter before and it just hasn't really looked right. So I'm not going to use that. But that's one I wanted to show you. So the lives don't feel like an escape. No, they do in a way, but not in a way that I can kind of, I think I just always have stuff in my mind and then I wonder if the live is okay. And then I wonder, like, you know, I get too kind of self-conscious about it, I think. But yeah, no, it's really nice to talk to you guys, absolutely. But I think it's just going back into life and things like that. So I just have to figure out what's going on, you know, and then I think I'll be okay. But it does feel like when you're in this situation where nobody can give you an answer, it definitely feels lonely. It definitely feels, because you can only think so much. Okay, what can it be? You can only Google symptoms for so long without getting a bit paranoid. So yeah, and I think the frustration for me is that I just don't fit into a certain kind of category with kind of assistance and things like that, because yes, I can work, but then I get ill and I can't work, but then it's just like a whole thing. I think you have criteria to meet that I don't think I would meet. So it's just frustrating in that sense. So, but I'll, you know, I'll keep going. Have I brought my lip? Yes, I have. Okay. But yeah. I think where I work, everybody pretty much has it together in life. They're very much organized. They all have, you know, which is good to see. It's a good influence. But then it makes me feel like when I go home, okay, I don't have it together in any way. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things. But it's really good talking to you guys. That is an escape for sure. So yeah, absolutely. I love talking to you guys. I'm just gonna pop things here. Yeah. So that's kind of, I know I'm not looking great, but I'm not going to go near the brows. I did get them done today. I'll see how long they last. She basically said it's a hybrid brow, and I asked her what the difference was because I wanted something to last, and she said it's a bit like a henna tattoo. So even though the color is there, guys, it's actually under my skin as well, which then makes it look like it's lasting longer. So that's apparently, and I did a review for her, so she gave it to me for, she was really good. I got it at a huge discount, so that's what it looks like. So yeah, I'm not going to touch them because I think that I'm not going to, you know, see a difference. Remember when I tried the Eyelure Home Tint? That wasn't amazing, but this I can kind of see it. It looks a bit more sort of put together. So I was going to get my lip balm. They haven't ruled autoimmune condition out also. Are you sure they have it together? Well, they seem to. I mean, they seem to, and they've picked up on me, not everybody, but certain people, and rightly so, have actually come out and said you don't have a lot of, like, actually said your confidence is very, very low. Like, they've actually said that to me, you know, just even in passing in conversation. And these are very put together women. I mean, and they are so confident, and they are, and then I'm kind of there going, okay, wow. Yeah, so they're just like, they're so doesn't matter what happens to them, they are confident. You would not mess with them. If they've got an issue in work with somebody, they don't let it slide. They're just like, and I kind of look at these people going like, and they obviously see me and they're like, oh, Kira, you don't have to, you know, and it's like, well, no, I don't. But they have huge kind of, I think the thing that I envy and that I always wanted is that they've got huge family support. So you kind of know what I mean, Tassos, when I say, you know, family, immediate family support, like, say, you know, siblings, parents, that kind of thing, because we've talked about it before. And as all, we actually all have, not just you, Tassos, but it definitely makes me feel when I go home, actually, I'm so appreciative of my mum, absolutely. And it makes me appreciate my mum, but it definitely, you know, they have these father-daughter relationships, which obviously is a little bit of a you know, a sore point in my sense, but also they have siblings and things that are really close to. So I think that's what gives them the confidence. So whatever happens during their day, they come home to this like massive network, which I think is amazing. I absolutely love that. Like, I love that. But I think that's where their kind of get up and go and how they were raised. So yeah, it just takes me back because I'm not like that at all. You know, so yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Brian Henderson, hi. Hi, Brian. Tassos. The English are masters of hiding their weak spots. Well, maybe a lot of us are, I don't know. But yeah, Kaya, what the? um, so yeah, this isn't opening. Do you know I've been trying to open it for like 5 minutes. So we're gonna leave that to the side because it's one of those things. I found this, thank goodness. Don't no, that's not what we're gonna put on our lips because that's eye cream, Kiara. You're not gonna put eye cream on your lips. Okay, guys, if you saw my room right now, it's just chaotic. Let me check. No, okay, we're just gonna leave the moisturizer for now. Okay, I'm gonna take some water that I forgot I actually even brought up. It's here. Okay. The eyeshadow palette, guys, is the Huda Beauty medium nude palette. Definitely let me know, guys, how you're doing. This is it here. I will show you the colors in a minute. Kind of like caramel glossy colors. What they told you, that says a lot about them. It does though, doesn't it? It says like, here I am, this is me, this is where I come from. Like that's huge confidence. I'm not saying that's bad. I just like I don't have it at all. I'm like the meek one in the classroom going over here, remember? But they were really kind of, they're quite, it's weird that they're a bit like not protective, but they definitely said, they gave me advice and things, and they said I can see in you that you're like not very confident in you let things slide, things like that. So it has kind of stuck with me, but I think they go home probably to a huge, and that's good for them. But I think for me, what I'm realizing is, and it's quite a sad thing, but I'm going to make it positive. It's not me being, feel sorry for me or anything like that. But I was speaking to a friend today. I met her in Costa, and we were just talking about family and things like that and catching up. And she always asks if I'm okay, kind of how are you feeling about, she kind of checks in, how are you feeling about your, things with your dad. And she always asks things like that. And I said, not that it's a huge thing, but I have noticed since we have stopped talking, my confidence level has gone down. But then the weird thing is, he didn't really, when I did speak to him, he's a big personality, which is good for him. And I think that's how he got so successful and where he is. But he kind of radiated confidence, which then would go on to me and my brother, which then gave us confidence. And maybe out of the two parents, my mom is so loving and she's nurturing and it's amazing, don't get me wrong. But he had this kind of way that was just very kind of a bit like the people in work, a bit like kind of that's what was missing. And when you don't have that and you don't have that person to go to for advice, or even just in your life on the, down the phone, anything like that, it does get a bit, it can make you feel a bit vulnerable. But I will stop talking about that, guys. And I will say, if any of you out there have great families, definitely keep them close. Keep them close. But it's like what I'm writing about. I was talking to my friend, and I'm writing another book, and I wrote one a couple of years ago, and this book is basically, I feel like, and I won't go on a rant because I will do a longer form content video on it, but I feel like people that don't have, say, the normalest of families, they age out of the system. So what I mean is children that, say, don't have a mum or don't have a dad, or they have so much support in school and uni, they have these social workers. But when you age out of the system, and I mean when you get to 18 and 19 and you have a job, then the help kind of goes down because you do age out of the system, and they just presume, okay, we've given her this or him this, and now they should be great and go out. But actually, as an adult, you still have the needs that maybe you would have had as a child, just in adult form. So it's a lot of stuff that I'm writing about. I've got other people's stories. People have actually come to me and asked, can they tell their story in my book, which has been amazing. So they've sent me their stories, which has been just eye-opening, to be honest. So yeah, it's a huge thing, But yes, we will go on to the eyeshadow, guys. I will do in a longer form content because some of you looking at this possibly don't know what I'm talking about, and I am very aware of that. So yes, I'm going to open this. They also say that the baseline confidence is built during childhood, but my parents were not horrible or actively belittled me, and still I ended up reserved. Yeah, I mean, it also, I think, is people that you're surrounded with in school. They say in school, and when you get to work, they're the people that you spend the most time with. So in school, you're going to spend the most time with your peers and your teachers, and then in work you're going to spend the most time, or uni you're going to spend the most time with them. So it's like they actually, even though you have these really good maybe things at home, you spend most of your time in school, which is really important, you know. So I think that might be where the confidence builds as well, is where you are kind of for that. So this is the palette, guys. So this is the Huda Beauty Medium Nudes palette. And you can see there's a lot of shimmers, but you do get mattes as well. That's what, and I have used it before. So we're going to go for more the caramel tone today. And I'm going to just pop some things away while I'm talking to you. But this is relatively kind of inexpensive now. I think when it came out first, it was like over 50, and I think now it's like under 20. So it's been, they do pinks, they do greens. If you don't like this kind of, they go even darker than this. But this is the one, excuse me, this is the one I liked. So yeah, we're going to go in with that. If I don't have my eye, yes, I do. So this is it. This is the Profusion Pigment Base Eye Primer. It keeps makeup on for at least, I would say, 8, if not more, 8 hours. But yeah. And the other thing is, when you say you have like a really busy, hectic job and you're always on the go and distracted, when you come back, it's like silence, and it's really strange because you have to kind of. So I am definitely trying to get to a certain place, but the system isn't really working for me because I'm working so much that it's not helping my health. But then I don't really qualify for anything because I do work. So it's you know, I'll get there. I will, and I'm looking forward to not looking forward to staying in the hospital, but I am looking forward to getting answers, basically. So yeah. But how are you, Tassos? How are things going for you? This is what this looks like. And this will just keep your makeup on. This is Profusion Pigment Base. This is an eyeshadow primer. As you can tell, you can get it in concealer color. I know this looks really ghostly and white, but actually when it tones down, it does go to your normal skin tone. But the good thing about it is that when you don't necessarily know where to mix your colors, or you're starting out, you can see where you've put it. Whereas if it was a concealer color, it would just go to skin tone and you wouldn't really see where you've put it. Whereas now, as you can see, I've put it on, and it will calm down. I know it looks quite harsh right now, but it will calm down. And when you get to that sticky consistency, that's when you know you can start to put your eyeshadow on. So that's that. Maybe we don't feel like we're compatible with them, and it's perceived like insecurity. I mean, from all the nurses, I would remember you and forget the rest. So have you something going? So you have something going for you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that is true. Maybe we are just born, you know, differently, or we struggle to fit in. I think I'm experiencing that more now than I did when I was younger, which is really strange. Yeah, it's kind of like a weird place to be, I think. Oh, hi, Candice. How are you? You're just in time for the eyeshadow. I haven't done it yet. It's the Huda Beauty, and it's the Medium Obsessions palette. There is a mirror, but I won't blind you guys. But yes, it's just weird. I think, you know, when you, but I have to just kind of look forward. I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm glad. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to take some water. There will be a longer form content video coming out with more kind of a basic of what's been happening. Okay. So how have you been, Candice? So what you do is you feel for when you get that tacky feeling, and I can feel that now. And as you can see, it's definitely calmed down, guys. So don't be put off by the color. But if you were a beginner, get a color like this. Get a color like this, because if you're a beginner and you want to see where you're putting the primer, and you know, get this. Whereas if you get a concealer color, yes, it's going to keep on the eyeshadow, but it's not necessarily going to help you with placement or things like that. I have a gymnastics you had a how did it go in the competition? How did it go? I think you were also going to a competition the last time. How did this one go? So I'm going to go in with this color. They're not named, guys, but I will. And I've been really into Smallville when I've been sick. I found it on Netflix. I never even knew when it was actually on. Never knew about it. Finding out now, I think it's like 10 years old, something like that. So now I'm addicted to Smallville. So there you go. So basically, if you don't know what Smallville is, it is the kind of high school version of when Superman came. I know it's crazy. Superman came and his parents found him and adopted him. And it's all his high school life and his friends and his first job. Anyway, I know it sounds crazy, but you will watch the first episode and you'll like it. Bye, Candace. You got second place. Congratulations. Okay, so we are going to go in with this one. I would say it's a baby pink, but it is coming off a little bit kind of medium toned brown on camera. So I'm just going to get a fluffy brush. Huda Beauty guys are really good because they have come out, you know, these kind of things is better than getting kind of maybe a 20 palette, which is 3 times the price, but you get really nice condensed colors. And what I like about this is that it's not overflowing with shimmers. Whereas if you remember the MAC palette I did, and we tested the MAC a couple of times, it was overflowing with shimmers and maybe had 1 or 2 mattes. So yeah, yeah, we're gonna go here. And I'm using a fluffy brush so that it's not too concentrated in one place. So we're going to start at the top here, go really light. Does it show that he's trying to hide his identity? He does. Yeah, it is. He's trying to show, he's trying to hide it. And a lot of the when it shows him from being a very young teenager to when he didn't even realize he had powers he actually had. And it just happened and he had to kind of, there's one friend he trusts and he tells, but it shows him from 14 to like 21. So it goes like you see everything. You see his relationships, his first girlfriend. You see so much. It's just really yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I think it won awards when it was out actually. But yeah. So that's it. That's it, guys. So it is coming off maybe medium toned brown, but it looks in the palette, it looks a bit pink. But as you can see, guys, it's a nice warm color. It separates kind of both as well. Reedy 93, Kira, remember me? I think I do. Yeah, you've been on. Have you been on 2 lives before? If I'm right, I think I do. But there's a lot of personalities in the show. A lot of strong personalities. Yeah, I remember you. How are you? Okay. Okay, what have I not done? The primer on that eye. So we're going to stop there. So how have you been, Reedy? So we're going to use what we already took out because it is quite a... And we're just going to pop that there. And then I'm going to take some water while that sticks. Does anybody else have any good suggestions for a series to watch? Because when I'm in hospital for 5 days, I'm going to need something to do. So please. I'm only allowed to FaceTime people so nobody can come. So it's just, please, if you have a series that's really good, because I'm sure I'll be finished Smallville by then, definitely please let me know. Okay, so we're going to let that calm down a bit. Okay. I've got all these testers on my hand, which is the way makeup is really. So I'm going to let that kind of go sticky a bit. I'm going to show you the lipstick we're going to be using. Here, this is, again, it's a lot of stuff is Rimmel, but it wasn't on purpose. This is, please tell me there's a name. Airy Fairy, which is kind of how I'm feeling right now. So that's good. This is what it looks like. We are going to do a quick swatch. Yeah, it's very light, so we'll do that. But we are going in with the Huda Beauty glitter today as well, so that's going to really show because I wanted a kind of caramel brown. Oh, Noodle, Stranger Things. Oh, I've heard. Yes, thank you. That is one I had in the back of my mind. Yes, I will definitely look at that. Maddie, hi, you're so pretty. Thank you. I didn't feel like that today, but thank you so much. Yeah, Stranger Things. I will certainly start to watch that. I've heard a lot about it actually, and yeah, definitely look at that for sure. Thank you for that. So we're gonna just let that set. Yeah. So how's everybody's school going? How's school? I'm sure you're not happy to be back, but you've got an Easter coming up in April, is it? I think somebody was saying even March. I think somebody said, was it that they had 10 days off in school, which is quite good. I'm going to take some water. This is now closed on me. Yeah. Oh, Stranger Things is like, is it like just different stories, or is it the same story each episode? Okay, so that's what we're looking at there. So we're going to go back with this one, use the same brush. So you can see, guys, you do get a lot of nice glitters, but I like the fact that it's not overflowing with just mattes or shimmery glitters. You get kind of a good storyboard, as they say. And somebody was asking me how much it was. It's £27 on Cult Beauty, but I got a discount. So yeah, but the normal price is £27. I've had this for maybe a year or so now. So I don't think traveling, I think I will be like abroad in terms of a hotter country is happening anytime soon. There's a colleague in work going on a cruise for 2 weeks with her parents because they're renewing their vows. So they're renewing their vows on a cruise, of course they are, and she's going. So yeah, that's going to be all inclusive. They're going to stop off at 3 islands, something like that. And she can't wait. So she was showing me all the clothes she got and things. So yeah, it was. I'm really happy for her though, because she's gone through a lot, and you know this is perfect. But it definitely made me feel like I would love to go on a cruise. Let me just catch up, guys. Sorry. It's Pajay. Hey you. Bella, I'm calling the police on you because it's illegal to be this good looking. Love it, Queen. Thank you. It's PU, take my name, shout out to me, said hi. Okay. So we're just going to keep going with that, guys, because, I mean, look at the colors you could do. So if you said, okay, I like the brown, Kira, but I want to go for more of a purpley color, you've got this as a matte, but look at this, guys. It's like in between a shimmer and like, look at that. I mean, you could certainly, and if I just, what I'll do is I'll show you one shimmer and of this and one brown. So this is the more purple toned, and they're not named. Sorry, I'm running out of places to put it. Look at that. Actually, it's changing color, if you can see, guys. It's like brown and purple in one. So it's like multi-tonal, basically. Then you've got these two, which are like really cool tone and warm tone golds. So if I go into this one, I'll go with a different finger because that was, look at that. I mean, yeah. So if we put this here, look at that. So that's pretty much stays the same color, but this one here, if you can see, it's kind of like greeny purple. So you've got a lot of kind of options. Bella, shout out to Bella. Hi, Bella. So we're going to just kind of do this one more time with the lightest color, and then we're going to choose a shimmer to see what one we should do. And then there'll be a darker color on the outer V. One of my friends, guys, and I swear I thought she got lashes on, and she just got like her lashes curled, and it looked like she had, so it was her own lashes, but it looked like she had gotten like lash infills, but they looked really good on her. Yeah, if you're somebody that doesn't want to wear too much makeup, get like your brows and your lashes done, keep good skincare, and you'll look great when you wake up. Not that I know, but yeah. So all we're doing is building the same color up, guys, so we get a really good definition in between the two. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'm going to start with this one here. We're going to put that on the inside, so you'll see. So I'm kind of starting from the inside and working my way out again. So let's get this one here. And that's what that looks like. We're going to bring that into the inner corners. So that's what you're looking at there. You see, that's the color. And you can build that up as much as you want to intensify it. So that's kind of what we're putting on. And this is what it looks like on the actual eye. And you can see it just lifts everything, lifts the whole eye, particularly if you've got darker eyes, color, it does lift up the eye. slightly. So as you can see the difference there, it looks a bit lower even though it's not. This has actually made it, intensified it, but also kind of widened it is probably the best word. So we're going to do that on the other side. This is just all kind of building it up slowly. And as I said before, people were asking, does it come in different tones or different colors? It does. This is the medium Obsessions. There's a darker one than this, and then they have green, purple, and pink. So if you don't like these colors, they've got lots of kind of a range for you guys. And again, it's not as expensive as it used to be. So definitely take a look for that. This is the Huda Beauty Medium Obsessions palette. Okay, so as you can see, you just build that up. And I'll just look down so you can see. There will be pictures obviously afterwards. And that's that color that you're looking at. And you can see it just opens up the eye. So if you're somebody who has smaller eyes like me, something like this is just really going to help. I'm just going to take some water. Something's come up about comments. Sorry guys, just a second. Okay, I think it was just stopping comments. No, it's back. Okay. I'm going to take some water. So another Q&A has come up from YouTube to ask, do people like the feel of sand? Okay. It's a weird question, but okay. I need to rehydrate, guys. But as I said, I won't be doing the brows because I got them done today. And it's just like a hybrid tint, like a henna, but I don't know how long it's going to last, so we'll see. So I'm not going to touch them. So yeah. Yes, I do. You have a dirty mind? Okay. So the feel of sand underneath your feet, I think, is what YouTube was saying, Tassos. I don't know what you mean. Like, and you're on the beach and you like the feeling of sand when you walk on the beach. I think that's what it meant. And I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Okay, so what we're going to do now, because you can see there's a definite difference in... I love it too. Yeah, I love it too. I love the feeling of being able to kind of just walk on the sand. Yeah, I love it. It's actually really good for your feet too. It's an it's an exfoliant, a natural exfoliant. So yeah, definitely, it's a really nice. So that's it. So what, as you can see, they're different colors. So we're going to go for more of a purpley color now to build up that color. So let's have a look here. So this is what we have. We're going to go in with this one. I'm going to swatch it for you. Actually, we're not, because look how dark and deep that brown is. It's beautiful, but it's not really the right color. Look at that, guys. It's a lovely color, but it's not going to suit what we're doing. So we are going to go in again with this and just intensify it with this one too. So they're kind of cooler toned, but they'll bring out the brightness. They'll bring them out even more. So what we're going to do is just get the same brush. If you've noticed, I've been able to use the same brush the whole time, which is good. This one, guys, is going to go on the outer V. This is like a maroon color. So if I show you there. So let's just swatch that. I'm running out of places, guys. Let's look at that. Okay. So let's go back in. I'm going to mix this one and this one. Now, they're not named. So just in case you're wondering why I'm not naming them, they're not named at all. And we're just going to redefine where we were before. And you can see it just gives like a nice smokiness to the eye without going. And if you notice, guys, I'm not going all the way in because that would drag the eye down. The color is really nice, but you don't want to bring it right in because it will just make the look tired and it will just make it look overdone. So we're just going to go a certain direction. Okay. We're going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to see how much is remaining on the brush because we don't want to overdo it because it is quite a strong color. And then we should but I feel like I talk about Portugal so much, but it's my favorite beach. When I went there, it was just amazing. Okay, so the Algarve is where I went to. Okay. I've got a mirror just above the camera, guys, just in case you're wondering. I'm not staring into the phone like crazy doing my makeup. There is a mirror right beside it. So You can see it's just about building and building it, guys. It's about building that makeup up. I'm just going to take some water, but that's kind of what you get. So you can see it is a color match. It doesn't right away, you would not think they are, but actually they're really good color matches for each other. And then we can go in with that maroon right on the kind of outer V. So it kind of makes everything kind of go up in an upward. And then we can start to do our mascara. If you have lashes, if you can have lashes, definitely have them. I've just put eyeshadow on my forehead, which it wouldn't be a Kira live without something going crazily wrong. It's not too crazy. At least nothing's moving that shouldn't be moving today anyway. Okay, so that's that. I'm just going to take some water. Yes, it is a nice color. I think this is Medium Obsessions from Huda Beauty. They do have a much darker kind of palette too, which is really, really nice. But I kind of like the brightness as well in this. So let's take some water. I'm going through the water today. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is just the outer V now. I've got so many swatches on my hand and on my there, it's crazy. Okay, so we're going to go with this in the outer V, but we are going to be so careful, guys, because it is extremely, extremely kind of dark. Hello, Toka Grace. How are you? Thank you for joining. So I'm going to show you, and we're going to just place that really carefully. And again, there's a mirror just above the camera, so that's what that looks like. And we're going to use a clean fluffy brush that's going to bring it up a little bit. We're not going to put too much on. And then I'm going to just get a clean fluffy brush. And I know it looks a little bit unusual now, but once we start to bring that up, it's going to warm to the skin and give you that kind of smoky effect. And then if we need to reapply the glitter, we will. But you get that kind of autonomous smoky look. Sorry for the name. I post Tokaboka. I hope I said that right. Okay. I'm telling you, you use 70s. Oh, really? Wow. I keep being told I look like somebody, but I can't remember who it is. Of course I can't. Somebody, and lots of people are saying the same person, and I can't remember who it actually is. So as you can see, guys, I'm really making sure that I go into the... Sorry about that, guys. My heating is coming on even though I haven't put it on. That's not good. If you can hear that. Okay. I don't know what's happening now. Okay, so we're just going to make sure it doesn't go right up either. So what's Tokaboka? You can see it just gives it that kind of lift. We're going to go back in with that color, and then we're going to start with the mascara. Sorry for the noise in the background. It's quite an old system, so it's probably... Of course it won't open now. It stopped. Okay. But let me... Cozy sounds. Wow. It does happen sometimes when I'm asleep at night and it wakes me up. But it's just the heating system. Your mom is in the company of... What is it, Tokaboka? Can you tell me? So this is the color we're going to go in with again. And we're just going to bring that into the outer V. And we're going to use a fluffy brush. Oh, it's a game. Okay, thank you, Kai. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so we're just going to use the kind of fluffy brush and bring that in. It's a game where you can make your own characters and kind of basically live your own life. Is that a bit like The Sims? And there's another one that you do too. I remember, was it on Catfish to me and my friend watched a while ago, where this person met another person through a game, which I think is kind of it's okay, but you don't want to kind of meet a well, potential boyfriend or girlfriend that way. And obviously, they weren't. Obviously, the nature of catfish is that you're being catfished. Um, they weren't obviously who they say they were, but this person was talking to the person over game for 2 years, and then I don't know if I'd be that trusting, but then obviously Neve and Cami did their detective work, and it was not the person they thought it was. But no, I remember like The Sims and things like that. So yeah, I do know what you mean. You can buy their own clothes, you can do your own house, you can build up your friends, you can, yeah, I know that. Um, what's your favorite makeup brand? I like Rimmel for its kind of flexibility and like things like it always copies kind of higher end, but then I do like Charlotte Tilbury as well. So there's two really. Um, what's your favorite hobby? I do a lot of writing. And then I've been recently doing um, walking and dog sitting, which is quite cute. You would have seen her on my profile, Tara. She's very sweet. But I do like just meeting my friends and catching up with my friends, particularly what I do. I like to kind of see them when I can and kind of socialize. What about you, Maddie? I keep getting all these YouTube things to ask. It's probably coming up on your screen, but I'm not going to put it up if you can't see it because okay, so that's kind of the look. You could certainly go deeper if you wanted to. I'm going to use two mascaras in one today. This is the Rimmel. No, is it Rimmel? No, it's Day to Night. So you got your lengthening and your volumizing. So if you're somebody who can't wear lashes or anything like that, you've got your lengthening and then the volumizing. So it's really, really good. If I have my eyelash curler to hand, I do. I always think that this does maybe 60% of the work. But the fact that you've got two here that they go together is great. So it's really, really good. So your favorite hobby is doing makeup. Wow. Would you ever do it full time or do you do it on your friends and family? That's really good because you can be really creative with makeup, I think. So I'm just going to use my mirror here just to look down. Okay. And it's just curling the lashes. This is the e.l.f. lash curler. It's got like a cushion effect, so it doesn't hurt the lashes too much. You've got that kind of cushion. Um, and you can see it just opens them. You can see if you look at the both, it definitely does kind of pre-curls them for you basically. Have you ever tried clear mascara? No, I haven't. I've tried lash conditioner before. That's been really good, but I haven't been able to find the brand again on Amazon. Like Eclat or Eclat or something it was called. It was really, really good. But no, I haven't tried the clear mascara. Okay, so we're going to start off with the lengthening and then volumizing. So this is it. This is the lengthening, and this is a really, really thin, doesn't pick up too much product on your, really good on the applicator. So we're just going to use the mirror. I'm just going to look down quickly and I'm at the hostel and I've met some people who, I'm sorry to say that, but I feel like they've escaped from a madhouse. Wow, what's been happening? What's been happening? Oh my goodness. Um, I've had a few weird things happen in the house again, Tassos. Remember I was saying in the previous house, I caught something on video today because I didn't want anyone to think I was crazy, but I've got charms on my well, you know what happened in my previous house, so it's just spooky things happening. I've got a charm bracelet here, and today it just a couple of things have been happening. Even friends have kind of I've been talking to them about it, and they've seen it, but the charms just started to like move on their own. I was like, whoa! So I actually caught it on video because I didn't want people to think I was crazy. So yeah, I caught it on video. I'm watching TV. I'm leaning against just the sofa, and the charms just started. I actually have it on video. So I don't know. I don't know. But what are the people like? Are they talking to you? Are they quite talkative? Or you're so entertaining. Thank you. What's your favorite TV show? Um, I'm watching something that's quite old right now. It's Smallville, but that's quite fun to watch. I used to like FBI, but I don't think it's on in the UK anymore. Um, I like there's FBI, Most Wanted, and I love things like that. Documentaries. Used to watch a lot of How I Met Your Mother. That was quite funny. So you can see, guys, the lengthening is really thin, and it doesn't take up too much product. What I will say about the next brush that you're going to see, and I have said it before, it does definitely pick up too much product, but it's a really good product itself. So it's just the brush. I think how they've made the second brush isn't amazing because too much product comes out, but actually the end result is really good. So if you've got patience, you'll be fine. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So we're going to put the lengthening back. Oh, hi, Kindred Angels. How are you? No, I'm kind of towards the end now, but no, you haven't missed me. I'm still here, still chatting away to people. I thought I missed you. Nope. Hope you're doing well. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm good, thank you. They're clearly disturbed. Their moves. The other day, somebody was making chicken. Sorry. The other day, someone was eating chicken with biscuits. Not after. Some others are great and normal people, of course. Oh, did they put like the chicken in the biscuits like a sandwich? As you can see, guys, I am trying to do this. It's fine. Uh, that's okay, Kaya. I understand. You probably it's quite late for you. You're probably watching on your phone. I get it. I totally understand. So don't worry, Kaya. I will have longer form content coming out, but yeah, in the next couple of days. But yeah. So what I'll show you guys is you can see thicker for sure. The bristles you can barely see because they're bunched up quite together, but the product is actually good. So you have to have patience. But if you saw the first one, it was much thinner. It was just whatever way it was designed, not too much product came out. This, yeah, you can see, guys, and you can see how much product is there. So yeah, all you do is take your time. So while this is doing, I'll catch up on the comments. Hi, Lizzie. Thank you. I don't feel like I was at the beginning, but thank you for saying that. My next live is what day are we? Gosh, Wednesday is probably Sunday, but I'll have videos out before that. But Sunday, 8 o'clock UK time. Okay. So your wristband was moving by itself and you have it on video. Yes, it's not a wristband, it's just a charm, like a charm. And this was just doing that constantly. And like my arm was straight. So yeah, it was doing it for at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So I don't know. And I know these things have happened before and I didn't want anyone to think I was crazy or losing it. And so I said, you know what, I'm just I'm going to video this because, you know, and I said, knowing me, it'll stop. And it didn't. It was like this constantly. So I'm glad I got it because you can see my arm is just there. I'm just watching TV. I think you can hear Murder, She Wrote in the background. So you know it's me. But yeah, it's just moving. I've got it on video. Yeah, I don't know if I should I don't want people to think I'm crazy and put it out there, but I can put it on a video if you want. But you can see it's not me, it's happening. So yeah. But as you can, you know, if you've followed me for a while, you know what happened in my previous house and things like that. So yeah. I was talking to a colleague about it in work, and she said it's actually people don't talk about it as much actually, but it is quite she didn't say normal, but it is quite a common probably occurrence. And it's more like energies, so don't get too carried away. Like it could just be energies in a house. So this house used to be a post office, and then I think it was a butcher's, and then I think it was something else, and then a family moved in. That's going way back. So it's been a couple of things. So I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I caught it on video because I thought to myself, I cannot keep doing this, you know. Karmic, you're glowing. Thank you. Hopefully I said that right. Can we see the video if possible? I'll definitely put it up, but I'll put a disclaimer up to say this isn't kind of me overreacting, anything like that. Tassos, dude, that's creepy. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. I don't know. I really don't have any inkling as to why this is continuing, even though I've moved house. I don't really understand. And I tell a few people in work, but that's because they're quite open to it and they're not kind of overreacting to it. Whereas some people I know, even though they're really nice, they would certainly step back and go, "Whoa, Kira, what are you?" And they might get kind of nervous around me, but they don't need like this is so some people who just kind of are very, "Oh yeah, that can happen." You feel like you can tell them because it's not a huge thing. And actually it helps because they might say, actually, it just could be energies, it could be this, it could be that. So, but yeah, I did catch it on film today because it literally was just going from side to side and I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what to do with the film. I just felt like I need to record this because I'm not crazy. I'm quite a practical person, you know. So how much subs do you have? I haven't checked actually. I think it's over 700, but I haven't checked. But thank you for asking. Whoa, that's so interesting. It is, but yeah, and like there's two women in work that actually are. I knew they were kind of not religious, but they're certainly kind of just in how they speak. You can tell they're quite open and nice people, and so I just told them, and they were like, "Wow." So yeah, I'll just do this. So as you can see, guys, it definitely, I think it just lets it down on the volumizing, but I will say the product, guys, go for it because it is amazing. The product. So we've done the lengthening, and you can see how that, yeah. So we're just going to continue that. Always make sure that the previous coat is dry, and just keep going for it, guys. Work in the direction of your lashes, so don't try to put something that's not there. A bit like brows, don't put it somewhere where you don't need to, and then just really go from the inside out. And that really works for me, as you can see, guys, and probably the photos will show it a little bit more. I'm not sure if you can see. Okay, I'll try to come up to the camera as close as I can without poking my eye out. You can see there. Okay, you can't see as much as you can see in the mirror, but hopefully the photos will show it. I'll just catch up, guys. Sorry. Whoa, that's so interesting. It is a little bit, Maddie, because there's a couple of things happening. So in my previous house, and I'm not, the kind of couple of things happened. But I don't want people to think I'm. A lot of you know who've been with me for a while. Um, yeah, I don't want to freak anybody out that's on. So maybe I'll just things happen basically. I don't want anyone to feel like if they're younger or anything like that. I certainly don't want you guys to be. It's not what I want to do. Kaya, it's 799. Tassa, so if it's energy and not a ghost, does it make it less scary? It did a bit. Yeah, it did make it less scary, and that's why I kind of thought practically and just recorded it rather than getting scared because I felt like this has been happening for a year and a half now. No matter where I move to, it just keeps happening. So I just recorded it. I think I got to the point where now I just said I need people to see. Not that I tell everybody. There's, like I said before, there's people that are super supportive, and they just see it as yeah, it's probably energy, and that makes me calm down a lot actually. So um, Lizzie, you're very smart with your makeup. Thank you, Maddie. I don't know too much about makeup, really. Maddie, good job. Lizzie, what's your favorite TV show? I've got a couple I've been watching. I want to try and get into different things. So I'm going to start Stranger Things because I'm probably the last person on earth that hasn't watched any episodes. So I'm going to start that. Wait, did this happen today? Yes, it did. So I got it on video. It did. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't, it's one of those things when it happens to somebody and they're just a practical person living their life. You kind of, if you remember, guys, the very first time it happened, I think on two of the lives, there was orbs that just kind of went around and you guys saw it too. So it made me feel a little bit more relaxed because that was the previous house and you guys could see orbs just going around. So it was scary back then, but then I was like, okay, people can see this. I'm a very normal person. I'm not dramatic. I don't try to get attention to myself if I can help it. But today it was just like it was like a little kid just a little kid kind of imagine just like a little kid was there and they were just doing that. That's what it was like. It was just like that. And I just thought, what is going on? So yeah. How long has this live been on for? Probably an hour, I would imagine. Okay. So again, this is the thicker one, guys. You can see it starts to collect it starts to collect up here. So that's the only thing. Just remember to keep kind of cleaning it before you put it on, and then you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine because it is a good product, guys. And if you don't know what I'm using, it's the Rimmel Day to Night. So you've got your lengthening, which I'll show if you haven't actually seen the lengthening, if you weren't here. So you can see the lengthening is much better, guys. Look at that. Not too much product comes out. I love the shape. Nothing collects at the top here. Honestly, it's a really good one. But then you get to the product is great, but the volumizing, I think the brush is just made a little bit too thick. So if I show you, the brush is just made way too thick here. But the product is very good. So, whoa, out of nowhere, it's so creepy. Yeah. Are you sure it wasn't just a blow of air? Maybe the wind. No, there was no window open. No. Maddie, I've been on a live before and I was the one recording and I went on only for 45 minutes. Okay. I think because I chat away, don't I, guys? And then it ends up going a little bit getting me too long. But that's Irish people. I think we just talk and talk. I think it's most Irish people. Okay. So we're going to start with the lengthening on this side again. And then we're going to go with the volumizing. But again, if you can wear false lashes, I get kind of an allergic reaction to the glue. But if you can wear false lashes, definitely go for it, guys, because it would really suit this kind of eye look, I think. Okay, so we're going to start on this side. I'm going to curl the lashes first. You're Canadian. Well, I've always wanted to go to Canada. What are you guys? I'm from Ireland. I'm Irish, but I'm living in the UK at the minute. I'm from Dublin in Ireland originally. Okay, so let's go with the lengthening, and we're going to use that little mirror. I always use the mirror. It's such a sweet country. It's like it's an island. It's a tiny island, really, isn't it? But yeah, I do like it. I do love it. I love going home. And Canada looks amazing as well. I've always wanted to go there. So you can see lengthening is great. I haven't done the curling, but that's... Thank you, Lizzie. My family is Irish, so that's so sweet. Oh, where are they from in Ireland? Greece here. Yes, Greece sounds amazing, Tassos. So I'm basically trying to catch individual lashes, guys, so that when you look ahead, they all look kind of the same. Sometimes if you focus too much on one area, even though you think you're getting a really big area, it actually only focuses on one side. So it's really good to kind of get a little mirror, look in really, really closely, and you'll see what you get. So hopefully that's showing up, but I will pop, I will put it on, I will put it, photos afterwards. So we're going to go with volumizing again. So it's really handy. So you got your volumizing and then your lengthening here. So we're going to pop that back. What's your dream vacation to go on? Wow. I'd love to visit like Hawaii. That would be nice. I'd love to visit there. I'd love to go back to Gran Canaria. I went there once with my mum years ago, and that was really nice. But I like going back home to Ireland because, it just makes me, remember life before then. Mine is Korea, don't worry, South. Wow. Mine is Hawaii. Iris, I'm from Northern Ireland. Wow, amazing. Where the Titanic was built, I think, if I'm right. Okay. Where in Northern Ireland are you from? Okay, so this is the volumizing, guys. This is the thicker one, so just be really careful if you do get it. But again, I will say the actual product at the end of the day is really, really good. the end result. And again, it's waterproof, so it's good for winter. I don't put it on the lash, or sorry, on the lower lash line. That's the only thing I will say. You can see there. It's how big is Ireland? It's like an island. It's not small, but it's people say it's an island. Um, okay. You're from near Dublin. Okay. So there was three sister ships. Yes, Britannic, Titanic, and Olympic. Yeah, there was. I absolutely love documentaries on the Titanic. So you can see the volumizing just kind of finishes it off, guys. And of course, I forgot to do the lash curler on this side, but at least you get to see what it's like when your lashes are curled and what it's like when it's kind of natural. And actually, funnily enough, it's looking more kind of wider on this side than it is on that side. So that's interesting. Um, we might just go in the inner corners now that that's dry. Gosh, I'll be taking this off for a while tonight, but that's okay. It's worth it. And that's what you kind of get. Particularly if you've got smaller eyes, guys, something like this, volumizing and lengthening is amazing because it just naturally opens up the eyes. It makes them wider. Just going to grab some water. Maybe 2 or 3 more coats in a moment of the volumizing, and I think that's done. Again, it is waterproof. I can't think of how much it was. I've had it a little while now, but this is what it looks like. It's in Superdrug online. It's just the Rimmel Day Tonight. So I think in the day you can use the lengthening, and then at night you can just use both. But I mean, you can use it all the time, whichever way you prefer. So I'm just going to finish my water. Maddie, I have to go, but thank you so much, and I'm your biggest fan. So may I please have a shout out? Yes, Maddie, thank you for joining. It's been great to see you. It really has. And thank you for subscribing. I do really appreciate it. It makes my day when I'm able to kind of talk to new people, but also subscribers because they kind of know what the channel's about. So thank you, Maddie. Can you imagine if there was a ghost watching you apply makeup? Okay, that made me feel great, Tassos. But yeah, just as I was starting to get calm. But no, yeah, that would be odd. But it made me feel kind of a bit more sort of confident when, you know, when I was living in my own place and you guys could see it on live that there was like orbs. So I realized I wasn't kind of, you guys could see that I was kind of not, you know, I'm a practical person. I'm not crazy. So yeah. But yeah, bye Maddie, and thank you so much for coming on. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to just show you the lip color that we're using today, or tonight at this point, I should say. Again, it wasn't on purpose to use lots of Rimmel stuff, but this is the Airy Fairy. I know it's a funny name, but it does really go well. It doesn't take over with the eyeshadow color. It is funny, Tassel. So now it's actually, when I'm here, it's kind of okay. But yeah. Okay, I did swatch it for you earlier, but I'll swatch it again. If there's any room. Okay, let's try here. Just so you can see, that's what it looks like. And it won't cancel out kind of the color or take over in any way. Yeah. It smells yummy as well. I don't really have patience with lipstick. I'm not a huge lipstick person. I like the end result, but I'm not a major lipstick person. Okay, you can see it doesn't take over. I wanted something that was, you can definitely see it was there, it was moisturizing, but you know, didn't take over the eyes or anything like that. You know me, guys, if I don't go soon, I can chat all night, as you guys know. So I'll do the mascara and then I'll probably have to go. But I hope you enjoyed the look, guys. Now, this has actually turned out more of a kind of brown, kind of goldy. I do want to show you the other option that you would have. So I want to show you guys. And I know we've done some swatches, but I do want to show you if you wanted to go for the more purpley, shimmery look, I do want to show you what you get. So yes, you can see the golds are there, but you've got these two. This is a really gorgeous one, guys. If I show you, now they're not named. If you're wondering why I'm not naming them, they're not named at all. But look at that. It's kind of a multi-tonal. And I did swatch it here. And can you see it kind of goes from green to purple when I turn? So it's this one here. And if I do that, guys, you can see it goes kind of green to purple, things like that. So it's quite good. It's quite a good one. And then you've got a lighter version of this one, maybe a warmer tone. Look at that one there. So you don't just have to use the browns, basically. You do have other options. How much products do you have? I've got a good amount, but not over. I don't go overboard, but I do have a good amount, and I always have to look every kind of 6 months. I look at what I have to see if I can dwindle it down a bit, because I do tend to kind of collect. I have way too much. I'm trying to give all mine away because it's just way too much for me. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm a huge foundation bronze blush person, where a lot of people are eyeshadow people. I love eyeshadow, but I love the new like bronzers, skin tints. I'm one of those people, which means there's more products, so I have to be careful. So I feel you on that, definitely. So I'm going to just go in with the volumizing again, just because I think, and don't forget, if you're wondering why she hasn't done her brows, I got my brows done today, and it's the hybrid brow. So I think it lasts for 8 weeks. We'll see. So yeah, so hybrid brow, if you're wondering what that is, it's just a kind of a henna version of, say, a brow tinting your brows. It's just the henna version, and henna grabs to the hairs a lot stronger than, say, a skin tint will. You know, a lot of Indians for bridal, you know, work like that, they do the henna, you know, kind of designs down there, things like that. But this is actually, if you put it in your brows, like I did today, I got it done. I didn't do it. It stays for at least 6 to 8 weeks. So yeah, so that's kind of, we'll see how that goes, guys. It's the first time I ever got it done, but it's called hybrid brow. Hybrid brow. So take a look at that. If you're now, guys, if you've seen my previous, and I won't go on too much, you know, I just start talking. If you've seen any of my previous videos, I did have really thin brows, guys, but this followed my natural shape and it just made it look a bit thicker. So that's all it does. So it's not too much, basically. What's your favorite hairstyle? My hair is kind of, I like it straight, but I don't like to have so much effort. I know I'm terrible. It's gotten quite long now. I do like it straight. I used to have really curly hair, curly blonde hair when I was little, and then it kind of went brown, and it's kind of lost its curl a little bit, if you see. But I'd love it just to be naturally straight or naturally curly, one or the other. But it's in between. So yeah, yeah. So thank you, Lizzie. I really appreciate it. So what I'll do is, I probably know it's getting late for everybody and it's a weekday. I'll just do the more volumizing, and then afterwards I'll take photos and put it in my post section. My next live is going to be Sunday. So let's go in with the volumizing one more time. I want to say thank you to everybody. I appreciate it. I haven't been on in a while. I really do. You know, talking to you guys is great because you guys get to talk as well about things that you possibly, you know, wouldn't get a chance to talk about in your day to day. So I do like love that as well. So again, if you're wondering, I'm just taking this off, guys, because as I said before, it's a great product, but you definitely can see the difference between the two brushes. Just making sure it's off the top as well. Okay, you can see how much is coming off, guys. It's crazy, but I will say, it's not the worst product because it does really work out when it's on. So I'm going to do that again, and then we'll probably end up going after that. Okay, so we're just going to look in the mirror again. But if you're thinking, I like Huda Beauty, but I prefer different colors, the eyeshadow comes in a deeper dark obsessions, then it comes in greens and pinks. So you do have, if you're somebody that prefers really bright colors, it does come in that as well. So it's starting to come out a bit more now. So again, you just have to have patience. I know in a longer form content video, I could come off, do it, and then come back on again. But when you're live, it does take a while to build it up. So, okay. I better get going. Thank you so much for everything. You're welcome, and thank you for joining the live. I am going now in a minute or two. So this was the end, guys. I'm probably going to go pretty soon. I better get going. Thank you so much for everything. You're welcome, Lizzie, and thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Okay, just gonna finish this. I think it's gone, so that's fine. So this is the end result, guys. Um, I like the fact that this lipstick can be day or night, but it doesn't take over any kind of eyeshadow color. Where sometimes you can get a pink that's really strong. It's nice, but it might take over your eyes, that kind of thing. And it hasn't taken over the blush. It's kind of just gone with everything. I think if I had a lighter, I will just say, guys, I think if I had a lighter highlighter, this is a little bit too deep for me. I probably would have gone under the eyes or something like that. But yes, this is the end result, guys. Just want to hi. Oh, okay, for Kaya. Thank you for still being here, Kaya. I'm going to leave now. I know I keep saying that, but I am going, I promise. This is the end result. So I do hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys on Sunday at 8 p.m. UK time. I just want to say thank you for all the subscribers. If you're new here and you like makeup and things like that, definitely take a look at the channel. I'd really appreciate you subscribing. And I'll see you very soon. Thank you to everybody that came on. And again, don't forget you can follow me on my social media on my main page. So thank you guys, and I'll see you really soon.